Hey, I gave a free lesson to a young lady yesterday. She said she was really interested in electric guitar. So she came in and we just got right to it. So I had her take this supersonic, put it on her right leg, kind of get comfortable for a minute. Then I had her go through the strings softly like this. Then a soft strum. Then I told her the names of the strings. This is high E, B, G, D, A, and E. Next I drew out in tablature those same strings and explained we're going to hit each string 4 times like this. Which I had her do really slowly. Then we did it in reverse. So we talked about 4, and then I said, now let's just do 2. Just to talk about the names of the strings and make her aware there's 6 strings, and then we don't bring in the left hand yet. Just kind of, at least we can get a little sound out of the guitar. Next I showed her the first string, high E. I had her play E, and then this G back to E, which I'm sure you've heard me mention before. That reminded me of my big brother's Black Sabbath albums when I was a teenager learning guitar. I'm like, whoa. So I drew that out in tablature and had her play. Just a few little exercises with E and G. I did explain that this is like the Jimi Hendrix scale or the Jeff Beck scale, the blues scale. So I said that's pretty important, so it's definitely not like a nursery rhyme here. So I did E, G, A, and kind of explained how I figured that out as a teenager, and it actually was a good thing. And of course we went A, G, E. Next we add the B flat like this. And we just kept adding notes to the blues scale. She was using her ring finger, and at this point I don't really fuss with too much with fingering. I'm just like, let's just do whatever you can do. Next we added the D. And then we finally found the octave. Talked about the octave for a minute. I said, remember that E, G, E? You can do it up here. And that went really well. She did super good. And then I had her do the E minor 7 from my chord yoga book, or my chord yoga lesson. I do have a chord book available. And the first thing is hitting that E minor 7. I had her strum that a little bit, then we move over to the A9. And back to E minor 7. And the A9. So we're doing chords, a few notes, some strings. I think I gave her the happy birthday tablature. And a pick. And then I said, now what do you want to play? And that's when she said she wanted to learn a song by Chevelle. I said, let's listen to it. And I listened. I go, oh, that's tuned down low. So I figured out the low tuning, and we figured out the song, and I tabbed it out, and she got to play the song she wanted on her first lesson. So that's pretty cool. So that's how I do lessons, you know. I mean, I'll try to get the physical part of, you know, touching the strings and making the sound, how to hold it a little bit, finding notes up the neck, being aware of the 6 strings, a couple of chords, a little melody. If you can do that, then okay, now you pick. So it's kind of like give and take. So I learned a kind of a cool, little bit of a cool song, and she was satisfied, and I think she'll be back soon for another lesson. So I try to get them hooked on the first lesson. Try to get them hooked. So we had a really good lesson. I think she stayed extra super long, and that's okay. All right. So if you ever look for a guitar teacher, make sure that they cover, you know, some of those bases as far as note names, chords, melodies, timing, the physical aspects of playing guitar, and also is open to learning things that you want to do. That's what I think anyway. I mean, what do you think you should look for in a guitar teacher? Let me know.